Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We have a very special presentation for you today. Yeah, we got Oscar predictions. It's time to really see what the best movie will be, or what film will take home the most awards, even if it doesn't deserve it. Maybe talking about a Netflix film. We have so many different categories. I couldn't pick all of them, so I had to choose 17 of the ones I felt were the most important. Now, I did leave out Best International Film, which shout out to those movies, I can put them right there. However, we must focus on the categories that we must really care about, the ones that we can't really predict. So I'm here to be your host and also the person who predicts it. And if I don't get a certain amount of predictions right, I have to watch 4 of my least favorite films from 2024. That includes Kraven the Hunter, Strangers Part 1, Imaginary, and oh my god, Godzilla vs. Kong. So there's a lot of pressure. I did this last year, and of course I lost, and I had to watch Cats. I did get most of it right because it was an Oppenheimer sweep last year. This year, it's really different because of the strike and everything that's been going on, and with the recent controversy with The Brutalist and Emilia Perez, it's a toss-up this year. It's gonna get messy, to say the least. We're gonna go from each of these categories, and we're gonna count up the points as we go along. So I have divided this in about 5 rounds. One round going to be 100 points. Second round going to be 200 points each for each question. 300 for the third round, 400 for the fourth round, and yeah, the biggest category, which is in its own final round, which will be worth 500 points. I do have 17 different categories, so when you add them all up, it's going to be about 4,500 points. I think a B is worthy of passing, so I have to get at least 3,600 out of 4,500 points. So if I get the last category wrong, and I even get 1 or 2 questions wrong, I'm cooked. So let's begin. The first and most important category I wanted to get to was makeup and hairstyling. Now, no film is done without makeup or hairstyling. And we got a bunch of different films from this category. We have A Different Man, Emilia Perez, Nosferatu, The Substance, Wicked. I'm going to say Nosferatu because of his schlong. I think that the best makeup... do I have my Jeopardy timer going? Anyways, the best makeup and hairstyling, it's gotta go with The Substance. Because the practicality in that film with the disgusting dress and the blood at the end, I don't want to spoil the film. You know I don't do that. Now I do say that A Different Man does hold it as well because of the face dysmorphia. That's really good makeup right there, but it isn't as impressive as what was done in The Substance. And I think the Academy is liking The Substance generally, so it's gonna probably win. No film is important without its VFX. Marvel is not in here because they are the reason why shitty VFX exists. Now, looking at the categories, I got Alien Romulus, Better Man, Dune Part 2, King of the Planet Apes, and Wicked. Wicked, definitely not gonna win that because of the color grading and just how the film looks. I mean, like, looks decent, but you can tell it's really fake, and it's really hard to do that. I mean, production design looks good. I do have to say, after looking at all these films, boom! You kidding me? This looks peak. This is what, I don't want to pay for your subscription. This is, Dune Part 2 is definitely going to win Best Cinematography. Nothing's beating that. Greg Fraser does a great job with the cinematography, but the actual VFX team who helped out, which is these people right here, shout out to them. But Kingdom of the Planet Apes, definitely up there because of the way the apes look. It's always impressive, but what's more impressive is Dune Part 2. So the next category we have is Best Sound. Based on looking at this, it's not really anything too impressive. Emilia Perez has some of the worst sound mixing. We have The Wild Robot, which before looking at it, I did look at some scenes, some pretty good sound. Dune Part 2, I gotta be Dune Part 2. A Complete Unknown, nothing impressive there as far as sound design. The music's pretty good in the film, but the way they're talking, saying, I need Dune Part 2 to win this Oscar. Best production design. We got The Brutalist, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Nosferatu, and Wicked. I want to say Dune Part 2, but it's not going to be Dune Part 2. And I'll tell you why. If you look at The Brutalist production design, it's mainly shot on location, so you can't say it's best production design because it's shot on location. It's just what you're shooting. Because The Brutalist will definitely win most categories. Like, that is pretty impressive, but because I think Wicked is going to get snubbed from a bunch of categories, I mean, look at these sets. They're very impressive. They actually look very nice. They look pretty accurate to the play. So with Wicked going to be left out of certain categories, I gotta say Wicked is going to win Best Production Design. That is the end of round 1. So I should have 400 points, obviously. Round 2 is going to be about the editing. So music, original score. The Brutalist, want to say it? We got Conclave, listen to the music, not too bad. Then we have Emilia Perez. We have Wicked, The Wild Robot, pretty good music there, but it is Emilia Perez. No, I'm just kidding. I could not stand the score for Emilia Perez. It was not good, and the songs are not good as well. I'm stuck between Wicked. I'm stuck between The Brutalist. I'm going to go with The Brutalist because it's very iconic. Cue the music, baby. The Oscars love this movie. It's going to win a bunch of categories. Give me The Brutalist. Then we go right down to original song. I heard all of these. I had a very hard time because I did not watch the 688. I did listen to the song though. Do have me say that it is a pretty damn good song, and Diane Warren is notorious for winning Oscars for her music. She's a great songwriter. Never Too Late by Elton John. I thought maybe Elton John never got an Oscar. He did, but he's already won before. They're not going to give him a legacy win. Please do not give it to any of the songs from Emilia Perez. El Mal with you're not gonna win a song for rubbing a thong on your crotch. Ain't no way you're doing that. The sound mixing is awful. Mi Camino. Selena Gomez speaking Spanish and singing and her whole... Do not give me that. Seriously. And Like a Bird from Sing Sing, as much as I want Sing Sing to win, I did not see the film, but I know it's peak. I'm going to have to go with The Journey from the 688, just because Diane Warren is notorious for winning, and it is probably the best song I heard, and I think the Academy will like it. The film won't get recognized for anything else because it didn't get nominated for anything else, so give me The Journey. Now, in my Brutalist review, I did talk about how much The Brutalist did have very beautiful cinematography. Lowell Crawley did an amazing job. With The Brutalist being the favorite film, I do think that it is going to win a bunch of categories, but I don't think it's going to win best cinematography. Emilia Perez, there's nothing impressive about that. It's a Netflix film. They all look the same. No impressive cinematography there whatsoever. Maria, I haven't even heard of this film till now, but we can look up Maria's cinematography just for reference. I mean, nothing crazy, but Dune Part 2 is winning best cinematography. No doubt about it. Don't even test me with that. Okay, we're almost halfway there. Film editing. As we can see right here, we have Anora, The Brutalist, Conclave, Emilia Perez, and Wicked. Wicked, just based on the fact that that movie is almost 3 hours long. I heard it dragged a lot from people who watched it. Emilia Perez, the editing sucks. It's all over the place. They do weird camera zooms. It's a headache to watch. Conclave, editing's pretty decent there, but I think it's just going to be very slept on. Anora, want to give Anora it's so bad. The Academy, though, really likes The Brutalist, and the fact that this film puts in that 15-minute intermission, and it is cut up very well. It goes by really quick for it being 3 hours and 35 minutes. That being alone, I think it's going to give all its flowers because Oppenheimer also did get Best Editing last year for the Oscars, and that was also a 3-hour film, except it's better than Wicked, and The Brutalist is like this year's Oppenheimer, I would say. Therefore, give me that. So now we're doing writing for most original screenplay. We have Anora, The Brutalist, Real Pain, September 5th, The Substance, cancel out September 5th. The Substance, very original concept. I would say it would potentially win it, but it's horror. The film doesn't have the best dialogue the whole time, I would say. The more technical aspects of the film are more impressive, that the Academy will recognize those things. It's not as rich as something like The Brutalist, which you know the Academy wants to deep throat this sure mic. As much as I want to say Anora has the most original screenplay, Sean Baker continues to make films about prostitutes because he's addicted to going to the GTA strip club. Give me The Brutalist because of Brady Cooper making this original film that seems so real that it's like a biopic. In actuality, it's just original film that he came up with, and Brady Cooper does deserve his flowers despite the AI usage and all that. Yeah, Brady Cooper, give him it. Best adapted screenplay, we have A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Emilia Perez, Nickel Boys, and Sing Sing. I am so surprised that Wicked is on here. Wicked's based off a book, correct? And then it's based off a musical, correct? So why is it not best adapted screenplay? A Complete Unknown, it's a screenplay that's nothing impressive. Conclave, I'm thinking it's Conclave. Emilia Perez, nothing impressive at all. It is just a joke of a movie. I don't even know what it's adapting. Whatever book it was, it sure was better than what the film did. Nickel Boys, did not watch. I hear it's a very fantastic movie. I just don't think the Academy is going to recognize it enough. Give me Conclave. Haven't seen the film either, but just based off what I've been seeing, it's Oscar bait as shit, and I think Conclave will sneak in an Oscar or two, so give me Conclave. Now, this is where it gets random, because this whole third round is about writing, and all that sort of stuff, but I couldn't fit Best Animated Film in its own category. This can get quite spicy. We have Flow, Inside Out 2, Memory of a Snail, Wallace and Gromit, and The Wild Robot. Last year, I was very upset that I did not get my Across the Spider-Verse prediction as The Boy and the Heron one. It's hard to beat Studio Ghibli. I want to say The Wild Robot. However, this film is not going to get the recognition it deserves, as Inside Out 2 has been the most popular film and was reported that it's the highest grossing animated film of all time.
Well, shit.
And based on the track record of the Oscars, Pixar tends to win, even though I think a film like The Wild Robot does deserve it more. Also, Flow has been really getting some buzz. It might sneak away with it. The Oscars is sort of a popularity contest in the ways that the most popular films that should win don't win. The Academy pick and choose certain films. Inside Out 2 is going to get that. Do have a very important category, I would say, which someone was snubbed off of it. Directing. How the hell are we going to nominate Jacques Adord? I don't even need to pronounce his name because he's an absolute piece of work. He has insulted the whole Spanish community. He has done plenty of things that are problematic. Stars are problematic in his film. This guy does not even deserve to be in this category at all. He deserves a big fat brassy. There is no sauce in it at all. He tries some different directing angles. It's experimental, sure. Don't get me wrong. It's trash though. The substance, there's a lot of sauce there. The Oscars is not going to recognize a great female director. Complete unknown, James Mangold, absolutely no sauce in there at all. Why didn't we put Denis Villeneuve? This dude is an absolute mastermind. He is the reason why films are so good based on his directing. He knows the eye of the camera. He knows how to adapt a screenplay. This guy should have definitely won Best Director, but he's not even nominated. And now you're between Anora with Sean Baker and The Brutalist. The Academy is going to pick The Brutalist. Brady Colbert, he does his sauce on this film. Don't get me wrong. Give me The Brutalist winning Best Director, Brady Colbert. Whew. Okay, so now we get to round 4. The most important round, I would say. The acting round. Many categories, many hot takes I'm going to personally have, and I'm not basing this off of who actually deserves it. I'm basing it off of what the Academy thinks they deserve. What the Academy thinks... What the Academy thinks who should win the award. We're going to go straight into one of the bigger ones. And these are going to be worth 400 points. So God help me, please let me get this right. I did predict most of them right, except I did not get Emma Stone last year. I thought it was going to be Lily Gladstone. Sometimes the Academy does robbery, and I think they'll do it this year again too. So let's go to Best Actor. Adrian Brody, Timothée Chalamet, Coleman Domingo, Ralph Fiennes, Sebastian Stan. Sebastian Stan is not getting Oscars, unfortunately. Him playing Donald Trump is quite impressive. The Academy doesn't really like that film, and it's not a good time to have someone win a film for playing Donald Trump. Ralph Fiennes, as good as he is, Academy is going to swipe him to the side. Coleman Domingo, also amazing actor. I've seen clips of him and seen Sing. Coleman Domingo should get the flowers he deserves, and he didn't win last year for American Fiction. Timothée Chalamet, he's a young actor. He should have been nominated for Dune Part 2. He got nominated for Bob Dylan. As good as he is, the Academy is going to go with The Brutalist again. Adrian Brody does put on a very transformative performance, even though he's playing kind of like a similar character he would in The Pianist. He's been winning all the recent rewards with the BAFTA, Golden Globes. He's on a run to winning this category. He's getting old. It's probably gonna be his last Oscar. He's in among the ranks of like Daniel Day-Lewis, Philip Seymour Hoffman, as far as just winning awards. It's gotta be Adrian Brody. Next category we are doing is actor in a supporting role. We have Yuri Borisov in Nora, really good performance. Just rewatched that film recently. He's just so good in it, but the Academy does not give a shit. Kieran Culkin, Edward Norton, Guy Pearce, Jeremy Strong. Looking at all these categories, nothing that was too crazy. I think Guy Pearce does have a case for winning, but Kieran Culkin really carries a real pain. He really brings the energy. He definitely deserves an Oscar. He's won plenty of Emmys for his role in Succession. Shows so many layers. He definitely deserves it for a real pain. Best Actress, we got Carla Sofia Gasson. With the controversy, if they pick her, it's going to be a hellstorm. Cynthia Erivo, clearly think she deserves it, but I just don't think the Academy is going to lean towards Wicked's way as much as Oscar bait and as good and as popular it's been. Mikey Madison, people do say that she is a favorite to win. And Fernanda Torres, really good performance and I'm Still Here. The Spotlight, The Gods from the Heaven. I want Iguodala. No, I want Demi Moore. Demi Moore is for sure winning. She is getting older. She hasn't really had a transformative performance as much as this. She puts her heart and soul into the movie, and I don't think any other actress would play it as good as Demi Moore did. This is kind of a Brendan Fraser situation because Demi Moore is on a comeback. However, I think Demi Moore really does deserve it. As much as I want a young actress like Mikey Madison to win, it is going to go to Demi Moore, and this will be sort of an Oscar legacy win, except she deserves it. This was a category that I'm not happy that I'm going to pick it. The worst case scenario that I'm projecting is Emilia Perez will win an Oscar because Zoe Saldana is winning the Best Supporting Actress. Despite all the bad things with the film, with the music, the cinematography, the script, Zoe Saldana does put her heart and soul into it, and she does give it some energy. Felicity Jones, yeah, maybe The Brutalist would, get some more Academies. Emilia Perez needs to sneak in one win just because we live in a horrible society. Ariana Grande, nothing crazy there. Monica Barbero, very young. Isabella Rossellini, very good actress. Did not see her in Conclave. I would maybe say she would win as a legacy win, but the PR and who won the Golden Globes, the overall stamina around this person, it's Zoe Saldana. And that leaves us with the final category. The one we've been dreading, or the one I've been looking forward to the most. I don't know how I feel about this one, but I do have to say, let's look at each and every category. We have a Nora, The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, The Substance, Wicked, and Joyride Films winning Best Picture, of course. Make sure you subscribe to this video because this has been an absolute classic and I hope to do more content like this. So this is for $500. So if I don't get this, I'm already getting subpar 4,000. I'm setting myself up for failure, but I'm very confident in who's going to win the Best Picture. Now you might say, The Brutalist. I got them winning like 5 awards, but it's not. The Brutalist will take home the most awards. Surprisingly though, it will not take home Best Picture. I think the film that takes home Best Picture is Emilia Perez. If it does, like I said, an absolute hellstorm. No, Anora. Anora's gonna get snubbed from every other category. However, it's going to win the most important one, Best Picture. I said it. And there's been reports that it has a 5-to-1 odds of winning Best Picture. There's no doubt in my mind that Anora is going to win. If it doesn't, yes, all hell will break loose. If The Brutalist wins, that's fine. We expected that. The film I think deserves to win Best Picture, in my personal opinion, is Dune Part 2. It's a really great film. However, it's not going to win. It's not going to do it. It's not going to do it. Anora's like my second favorite film of the year. It was so fun. It was so entertaining. It's really original. It's a really fun watch. I got Anora winning. So yeah. After scrolling through many categories and really just being surprised at my own judgment, I think I'm very confident in winning this. So I challenge you in the comments section to put all 17 categories, who's going to win for each of them. Whoever gets the most in the comment section below. I don't have the budget for giveaways quite yet, and quite frankly, I don't think you want to get my saliva in the mail. So let's do something else. I will review any movie you want or do any sort of video you want. If you want me to start OnlyFans, we can do that. Anything below. So I'm going to scroll through the comment section, so I better see some comments. If you get the most right after the Oscars, and don't comment afterwards. So the deadline is obviously right before the Oscars. Yeah, if you get the most right beforehand, I will do a video about anything you want to see. Let's get fun. The Oscars. Best time of the year. We're wrapping up last year. We're doing our taxes. We're doing whatever we can to get to summer. Hope you all have a blessed day. I'm very much looking forward to this year's Oscars. Other than that, enjoy the ride.